I tell you what, there's a lot of stories here, but co-founder
That's correct.
Of the sports clinic. But let's talk a little bit about yourself and yourself growing up.
Okay, I grew up in Buffalo also. Grew up in the Willow Park and Perry projects, east side of Buffalo. Went to Catholic and then went on to public schools, but graduated from Canisius College and Georgetown Law.
Oh, okay.
I played sports, and one of my coaches, you're going to be your second guest, which is Jim Horn. Had Jim Horn, Howie Lewis, and Harvey Austin as coaches, but I took another direction. I took a direction of more education and the books, and finished my career. Now I practice law here in Buffalo.
Oh, that's great. Absolutely. And well, you know, and one thing on Sports Magazine, we always get to know everybody, and everything that you guys said is really what's going to benefit as the foundation for this foundation. Willie, tell us a little bit about this foundation's been around since 1984, so we've touched a lot of lives in a long time. Tell us, first of all, between you and Leroy, jump in any time, Leroy, about how this got started.
Well, both myself and Leroy got together with another gentleman who is down in Charlotte, North Carolina, Bernard Mitchell. And I was kind of the young guy amongst the crew, and we thought about always giving back to the youth, but we wanted to give back to them in fundamentals. We weren't big on just come together and just start playing. No, we wanted to teach each kid the fundamentals, and we stressed that. We would even give each kid evaluations so that they could go back and see what they needed to work with and everything. And Roy, you know, he was kind of like my mentor, and Bernard, who's not here today. But these gentlemen just kept stressing basketball, and they felt, well, because of the fact that I had a pretty good basketball career, that they would use my name to be the drawing card, okay?
Okay.
And in the early years, we pretty much funded everything ourselves. It was just basketball. I think if they could zoom in, they'll see one of the shirts in the background. It's actually one of the first year shirts there from '84. Okay. And we've been free since then. And we started with basketball, then several other people came on board, and we ventured off into chess. We went into track. We went into tennis. All other sports started coming from that one nucleus, because everything that we were doing, we kept it as free. And that was one of our targets. Keep things free and draw people in from all over the cities of both Buffalo, Lackawanna, and even Niagara Falls. So that's the brainchild right there.
Well, Hutch is a little modest about his role. I mean, this was Hutch's idea, and I think what Bernard and I brought structure in, Bernard brought marketing in, and we all brought our friendship in terms of the people that we knew. Just fortunate, I had been out in the business world a little bit and was able to pull some people with money in to do the early sponsorship, and as we moved along, we were able to pull in other sponsors. But we really sat down together and talked about how to structure this thing and how to make it work, and basically we surprised ourselves with how successful the program was. But Hutch has a lot of structure himself in terms of putting together the meetings and putting together what we need and bringing together a lot of people. This basically it's called the Willie Hutch Jones Sports Clinic because it is the Willie Hutch Jones Sports Clinic, and this is his clinic with his name, and I support that idea. And when he came to us with the idea, it was his idea, and I just helped facilitate that idea.
Yeah, but also, Leroy, you got to be looking at you're just not going to throw your backing just behind anybody. I mean, a role model.
No, it's funny. It's funny about that. Hutch went to Vanderbilt, and a very close friend of mine, Perry Wallace, was at Vanderbilt. And he used to ask me, "Did I know this kid, Willie Hutch Jones?" I said, "No, he must have come up behind after me." He said, "Yeah, he came up after him at Vanderbilt." And Perry was the first black to play in the SEC.
Okay.
And he spoke of him often. So when I finally met him, I was very happy to meet somebody who came in the footsteps of somebody who was very close to me.
Absolutely.
And his associates were all very close to me, Joe Jackson and Bernard Mitchell, and they were all close. So he came with some background and some qualifications because they wouldn't just bring anybody.
Absolutely.
And it worked because we've been a family ever since then, and we continue to be a family. And this is our family right here also.
Absolutely. And Joe, let me talk to you first. You know, I mean, the sports clinic, and one thing I want to tell the viewers: this is a free sports clinic. It's open up for everybody, and you know, and we're going to be talking basketball, but it's not just basketball. It's a whole variety.